President Donald Trump said that his administration plans to launch very hard land strikes in Latin America, as part of an expanded effort to curb drug trafficking, arguing that earlier maritime operations significantly reduced the flow of fentanyl and other narcotics into the United States. Speaking in an interview with Fox Business host Larry Kudlow, Trump said his administration initially focused on disrupting drug shipments at sea, claiming those efforts reduced drug flows by roughly one-third. He said the strategy will now shift to land-based operations to prevent traffickers from adapting by rerouting shipments. Now we're going to start on land, Trump said, arguing that targeting trafficking networks on land would stop smugglers from simply moving operations back to boats. Trump said maritime enforcement was prioritized because traffickers would immediately go to the boats if land routes were targeted first. With sea routes disrupted, he said, the administration is prepared to expand operations inland. Trump administration officials have not detailed what form the proposed land strikes would take, which countries would be involved, or whether the operations would include U.S. military forces, foreign partners, or expanded law enforcement activity. The White House has also not said whether it would seek congressional authorization. Trump has frequently framed drug trafficking as a national security threat, particularly in connection with fentanyl, which he has blamed for a sharp rise in overdose deaths in the United States. He has repeatedly accused drug cartels of exploiting weak enforcement and has called for aggressive action to dismantle their operations. Under U.S. law, military operations abroad generally require congressional authorization or must be justified under existing national security authorities. International law restricts the use of force on foreign soil without consent, unless it is in self-defense or authorized by a treaty or the United Nations. Trump did not address those legal issues in the interview or specify whether any governments in the region had agreed to expanded U.S. operations. Several Latin American countries have historically opposed U.S. military involvement in domestic security matters, citing concerns about sovereignty and past interventions. Trump has previously floated using U.S. force against drug cartels operating in Mexico and elsewhere, proposals that drew sharp resistance from regional leaders. Mexican officials have repeatedly rejected suggestions of U.S. military action on their territory, calling such moves violations of national sovereignty, while leaders in Colombia and Central America have emphasized cooperation through law enforcement and intelligence sharing rather than unilateral military action.